like to call this September 8th meeting of the BZA Board to order. Can we have a roll call?
Sure. Mr. Shelton?
Here.
Mr. Brumfield?
Here.
Mr. Yeaman?
Here.
Mr. Easley?
Here.
Ms. Warren?
Here.
Mr. Craddock?
Here.
And Mr. Stone.
Here. Thank you. Let's all rise for a moment of silence, which will be followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Be seated. Okay, next item is our approval of our agenda. Do I hear a motion to approve our agenda?
Mr. Chairman, I would like to make a motion that we amend the agenda as presented and continue case S-25-017, Trinity Rowland, for a possible procedural issue.
Second.
So I have a motion to amend the agenda. It is seconded. Mr. Dadak, do you have any information on this that might help us as we're deciding on this issue?
Yes, Chairman, thank you. As you saw in the staff report, the Planning Commission made a motion on August 5th to recommend approval. That motion failed 2-4. There were no subsequent motions on action by the Planning Commission. Therefore, the Planning Commission has not technically acted yet. And the BZA cannot take on SUPs that have not been acted on by the Planning Commission yet. So by October, you will have, by your ordinance, it will come to you automatically due to passage of time since the Planning Commission looked at it in August. But at this point, technically, procedurally, it should not be before you yet.
Okay, so basically we cannot vote on it because they did not deny it. They didn't approve it. They voted not to approve it, but they didn't vote to deny it, and so it has to lay over for 60 days.
Correct.
Okay. Anything we did might not add up.
Yeah, you'd be acting prematurely to act on it tonight because technically there is no action by the Planning Commission to you, which is required the first step.
Thank you.
So it won't go back to the Planning Commission? We just wait 60 days and then we hear the case?
Correct. Because Planning Commission has already met in September, and there's nothing for it to go back. The Planning Commission simply will not have acted.
Is there any other questions on the motion? I'd like to call for a vote on the motion by Mr. Easley, second by Mr. Yeaman.
Okay, thank you.
You going to put that on the screen, or do we need to vote by voice?
Yes, sir, you can bump it on the screen. I just didn't get the second.
All right.
Mr. Shelton, is yours not working?
I guess I hit yes.
Okay. Well, can I get your vote?
I go ahead and say, okay, that's what it is.
It passed.
Okay. Ms. Rowland, the case will not be heard tonight. I believe it will be heard in October. At that point in time, we will be glad to hear your case, but we cannot hear it tonight. Sorry for your inconvenience.
And Mr. Chair, I believe it will be on October 13th at 6 p.m. here. That's correct, staff? Is that correct?
I had the 16th.
I've got the 16th.
It's
I
the
think
16th.
it's due to a holiday.
It is. It
Thank
goes to that following Thursday due to Columbus Day on the Monday. So it is the 16th at 6 p.m.
So it'll be October 16th at 6 p.m. Again, sorry for your inconvenience on that. Thank you. Thank you. All right.
All right, Mr. Chairman, I'll now make a motion to approve the amended agenda.
Do I hear a second to approve the amended agenda?
I'll second.
Thank you.
It passed
All right.
7-0.
Thank you. All right, assume you've had a chance to review the minutes. Do I hear approval of the minutes of our previous meeting?
So moved.
All right.
Second.
Call for the vote.
May I ask who that second was? I couldn't catch it.
Mr. Yeager.
Mr., thank you.
I hit a button over here and cut my computer off. Sorry.
That was Mr. Easley. Mr. Easley, can I go ahead and get yours verbally? Yes.
As we're moving on, is there any old business that we need to review at this time?
No, sir.
Any new business?
No, sir.
And we do have a meeting in October?
Yes, sir.
Are you aware of a November meeting by any chance?
We will have
Okay.
SUP cases in October, correct, Ms. Kazee?
Okay.
So, yes, so more than likely, we will be having an October, or excuse me, a November BZA meeting.
Thank you. There is no chairman report this evening, and so at this time, I'd like to open the public hearing. Pursuant to Article B, Division 7 of the Pittsylvania County Zoning Ordinance, we, the Board of Zoning Appeals, have been empowered to hear and decide specific applications and appeals in support of said ordinance. In accomplishing this important task, we are charged with promoting the health, safety, and general welfare of the citizens of Pittsylvania County. We must ensure that all of our actions, all of our decisions, and recommendations be directed to these goals, and that each be consistent with the environment, the comprehensive plan, and the best interests of Pittsylvania County, its citizens, and its prosperity. Anyone here to speak to the board other than the applicant regarding zoning cases will be limited to 3 minutes. I'd like to read our first case.
Sure. Case S-25-014, Robert Taylor has petitioned for a special use permit on 11.93 acres located on State Road 878, Duncan Drive, in the Westover Election District to allow for a private garage mechanic shop in accordance with Pennsylvania County Code 35-223. On August the 5th, 2025, the Planning Commission recommended by a 6-0 vote with no opposition that the petitioner's request be granted with conditions. The staff summary is enclosed in the board packet, and Mr. Chairman, Mr. Taylor is here to represent the petition.
Mr. Taylor, would you like to say anything on behalf of your petition? Okay, all right. Well, if you'll have a seat a minute, we might have some questions for you as we get going. Thank you. Thank you. I don't believe I called opening for that. I believe it was 6:08 when we called that.
Yes, sir.
Get that. Thank you. Is there anyone else here to speak on this application?
No, sir, no one signed up to speak.
Thank you. I'd like to close that public hearing at this time. The time is 6:09. Is there any discussion from the board members? Any questions?
I'd move for a positive motion. It looks like it's a very neat, nice-looking home. Garage is behind the house, hidden from the public, so I don't really see a problem at all with it.
Any other
The staff did have a couple of recommendations.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
We should probably go over those.
Okay, repair activities shall be contained within an enclosed structure. Inoperable vehicles shall comply with Chapter 9 of the Pennsylvania County Code. It must be stored in areas screened in accordance with Pennsylvania County's 35-2121. Mr. Taylor, are you aware of those? Okay. So you're in agreement with repair activities be contained within inside? Gotcha. And of course, the vehicles be stored in a fenced area. All right. Any other? Can you mind come up there so we can get it on there?
We did have a question about the privacy fence part, because if you see the site plan, as he was saying, it's off the road and it's behind our house, and then there's a complete tree line. We have no neighbors, nowhere. Like, the backyard is completely a tree line, like, and it's miles of trees, so. I mean, do we need to still have a complete, like, privacy fence built? I mean, because it's not citable to nobody now, as it is.
Staff, could you answer that question for us, please?
Yeah, let me look at section 35-121 here.
The actual storage part of it will be behind the shop. It's really not visible. You might have some glimpse of it in the fall when you have no leaves or something. And I'm not trying to get into the motor and transmission part of it to where you would have stuff sitting around for a while waiting on parts. I'm basically going to keep brakes more or less service, inspection sticker, alignment, tires and wheels. That's what I want to keep it at. Oil changes.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, I'm going to recommend that we follow the guidelines established by the county, because if we change something, make an exception for something, then every time we hear a public garage of that nature, then we're going to have to address each issue. So we've got a code. I'd recommend that we follow that.
Yeah, and the point of that section regarding fencing and screening is really just to prohibit visibility of the inoperable vehicles. So man-made fencing, no less than 6 feet in height, okay? Now, if you have a strip, a vegetative buffer of trees or shrubs, cannot be less than 15 feet in height. Or excuse me, 15 feet in width and not less than 8 feet in height. So it's got to be kind of dense to prevent visibility there. So, and if we look at your site plan, let's see, while I'm pulling that up, how dense is that vegetative buffer?
Well, it's real dense on like the Berry Hill side of the property, Berry Hill Road side. And then we do have a neighbor close by on this side.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, like I say, you could peek through some holes there during the fall.
Okay.
I'd say if you had to put a footage on it, probably 10 foot
Okay.
of
I would say that-
old style trees. It's not, you know, just growed up stuff. It's full grown trees and stuff there.
Based on that and probably the seasonality of the vegetation,
So would like a privacy fence on his side of it be sufficient, or do you need the whole thing?
I think you could probably use a combination, right, where it's thinner and maybe not at the 8 feet height minimum. Certainly augment that with a privacy fence.
Basically, off what you've said is that a privacy fence and/or a 15-foot buffer at least 8 feet high.
Right.
And if it's less than 15 feet, you got to have a privacy fence. Any other discussion from any of the board members? We have a positive motion. Mr. Yeaman, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Easley, second. All in favor?
Before we vote, is that with both conditions?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Motion passes 7-0. Mr. Taylor, I hope you enjoy your place, and I hope it does well for you. Thank you for coming. The time is 6:15. Going to hear case 2.
Sure. Case S-25-015, Charles and Geraldine Dawson have petitioned for a special use permit on 2.35 acres located on State Road 628, Harmony Road in the Stanton River Election District to allow for the placement of a single-wide manufactured home in accordance with Pennsylvania County Code 35-223. On August 5th, 2025, Planning Commission recommended by a 6-0 vote with no opposition that the petitioner's request be granted as submitted. The staff summary is enclosed in the board packet, and Mr. Chairman, Mr. Dawson is here to represent the petition.
Mr. Dawson, do you have anything you'd like to add on your petition?
This might be Ms. Dawson.
Charles and I would just like to request the permission to put a single-wide trailer on 2.35 acres of land for our son to live in, and it will be a new trailer.
Okay, thank you. Is anyone else here to speak?
No, sir, no one signed up.
Does anybody have any questions or concerns for the petition? Okay. It is 6:17. We'll close the public hearing.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a positive motion to approve this case as submitted.
Okay.
My second.
Any other comments on it? All right. Whereas Mr. and Ms. Dawson has petitioned the Board of Zoning Appeals for a special use permit for the placement of a single-wide mobile home in accordance with Pennsylvania County. And whereas we find no substantial detriment to the adjacent property, that the character of the zoning district will not be changed thereby, and that such use will be in harmony with the purpose and intent of the ordinance, and whereas we are no significant adverse effects upon adjacent property owners that cannot be mitigated through condition, I move this special use be permitted. And there was no conditions, I believe. Motion carries. Mr. and Ms. Dawson, I hope your son enjoys their new place. Thank you. Okay, the time is 6:18, and we're moving on to case C.
Case S-25-016, Juan and Dora Hernandez have petitioned for a special use permit on 2.23 acres located on State Road 845, Hinesville Road in the Tunstall Election District to allow for the placement of a double-wide manufactured home in accordance with Pennsylvania County Code 35-223. On August 5th, 2025, the Planning Commission recommended by a 6-0 vote with no opposition that the petitioner's request be granted as submitted. The staff summary is enclosed in the board packet, and Mr. Chairman, Mr. Hernandez is here to represent the petition.
Mr. and Ms. Hernandez, would you like to mention anything before we vote on the case? Is there anyone else here to speak?
No, sir.
Thank you. The time is 6:19. I'd like to close the public hearing. Is there any comments from the board or questions?
Make a positive motion.
Mr. Shelton has made a positive motion. I'll read a positive motion. Whereas Mr. and Ms. Hernandez has petitioned the Board of Zoning Appeals for a special use permit for the placement of a double-wide mobile home in accordance with Pennsylvania County Code 35-223. Whereas we find no substantial detriment to the adjacent property, that the character of the zoning district will not be changed thereby, and that such use will be in harmony with the purpose and intent of the ordinance. And whereas there are no significant adverse effects upon adjacent property that cannot be mitigated through conditions, I move the special use permit be granted. Do we have a second on that?
Second.
Mr. Yeaman. All in favor? Motion carries 7-0. Mr. and Ms. Hernandez, I hope that you enjoy your new property. We are moving to case E. The time is 6:21.
Case Z-25-001, Guy Williamson, Gray Outdoors LLC, has petitioned for a sign permit on 30.81 acres located on U.S. Highway 29 South in the Bannister Election District for an off-site illuminated, double-sided, total of one 10-foot by 30-foot sign in accordance with Pennsylvania County Code Section 35-100. On August the 5th, 2025, the Planning Commission recommended by a 6-0 vote with no opposition that the petitioner's request be granted as submitted, and the staff summary is enclosed in the board packet. Don't believe we have anyone representing the applicant.
Nobody here to speak?
No, sir.
Okay. Close the public hearing at 6:22. Is there any comments, questions from the board?
Do you know how it's going to be illuminated?
Yes, sir.
From inside the sign, or lights up on it, or shining down?
I think it's going to be, let's see if they included that in the,
We have pictures of it. I can't read it.
I see here these schematics. Let's see if that,
It appears that the lights are on the top of it, so if they're on top of it, they'd be shining down.
down, yeah.
Any other questions from the board? Does anyone do I hear a positive motion?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Easley, second. I'm going to read a positive motion. Whereas Gray Outdoors LLC has petitioned the Board of Zoning Appeals for a sign permit for an off-site illuminated double-sided sign, and whereas we find no substantial detriment to the adjacent property, that the character of the zoning district will not be changed and that such use will be in harmony with the purpose and intent of the ordinance, and whereas there are no significant adverse effects upon the adjacent property that cannot be mitigated through conditions, I move that the special use permit be granted. Motion carries 7-0. With that and no other business on our agenda, I call for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All in favor?